Stop taking IELTS practice tests right now because they won't just decrease your score, they will destroy your entire score. After getting 8.5 in IELTS listening, I have discovered that they have harmed my score more than they've helped it, not because of the reason you might think of. So today, what I'm gonna do is show you how IELTS practice tests can negatively impact your IELTS score as well as a clever way of using tests. How can taking exams kill your entire score? Doing a lot of IELTS practice tests is like only trying to bake the same type of cookie over and over again. Baking the same type of a cookie is the waste of time if you don't know how to bake it. First of all, IELTS is simply a test that checks your English skills, not practice skills. What do you think? If you have bad English skills, will you get a great score? No, you will get a bad score. But if you have perfect English skills, you will get a perfect score. Because you develop those bad habits that you've been doing in your practice exams, your score will decrease. IELTS assesses grammar, vocabulary, coherence, and many other things. Simply repeating those mistakes without actively working to improve language skills may even destroy your entire IELTS score. In addition, you will develop those bad habits you've been doing again and again on your mock exams. Anyways, IELTS practice tests are pointless and you should never take them, and that's the end of the discussion. Well, not exactly. I've actually used tests in my own preparation journey, so either actually a clever way to implement practice tests in your preparation strategy without destroying your score. Of course, yes. But first, let me go over some of the benefits of taking mock tests. Let's start with the first benefit. Let's pretend you're getting ready to play a new game with your friends. You've never played it before, so you're a little nervous about what it will look like. But then your friend shows you a practice version of the game. In this practice game, you get to try out all the moves and rules, just like the real game. But it's a bit easier, and your friend helps you along the way. So this step is familiarity with the format. After playing the practice game a few times, you start to feel more comfortable. You know what to expect and how to play because you've already practiced it. So when it's time to play the real game with all your friends, you're not as nervous because you've already practiced and you know what to do. In the same way, is doing practice tests for the IELTS exam like playing the practice version of the game? Definitely. It helps you get used to how the real exam works. So when you sit down to take the actual test, you feel more confident because you've already practiced it before. Let's move on to the next benefit. Let's imagine you're learning how to draw a picture. You start by drawing a picture of a house, but when you look at it, you notice that the windows are crooked and the door is too big. That's okay. You can use this picture to see what you need to practice. So you try drawing another picture, this time focusing on making the window straight and the door just the right size. You keep practicing, and each time you draw a new picture, you get it a little better. So you're drawing pictures with straight windows and perfectly sized doors. Is taking IELTS practice tests for the IELTS exam like drawing those pictures? Yes. Each time you do a practice test, you might make some mistakes or find things you need to work on, just like with your drawings, but each mistake helps you see what you need to practice so you can improve for the next time. Eventually, with enough practice, you will get really good at it. Let's move on to the next benefit. Imagine you have a big box of colorful toys, and your job is to sort them into different piles. You have to do it quickly because you want to finish before your friend comes over to play. At first, you're not sure how to do it fast enough, But then you start practicing. You try sorting the toys into piles over and over again. And each time you do it, you get a little faster. You learn which toys go together, and soon you can sort them super quickly. Is taking IELTS practice tests like uh, like practicing sorting your toys? Yes. Each time you do a practice test, you get better at managing your time. You learn how to answer questions faster and move on to the next ones without wasting your time. So when you take the real IELTS exam, you will be able to manage your time well and finish all the questions on time, just like sorting your toys quickly before your friend arrives to play. So I told you why taking a lot of thousands of mock exams is a waste of time and the benefits of taking them. Now, what we need to do is to explore a clever way of using those practice sets. The first step you need to take is to identify your weaknesses and then work on them and turn them into your strengths. Let's say you love drawing pictures. You're really good at drawing animals like dogs and cats, but when it comes to drawing trees or houses, you find it a bit tricky. That's a weakness in your drawing skills. So, by recognizing that drawing trees and houses is a bit hard for you, you can spend more time practicing those things. Maybe you can watch some videos or ask someone to teach you some skill tips. Then, with practice, you will get better at drawing trees and houses too. Identifying your weaknesses in drawing is like knowing which parts of your drawings need a little extra practice so you can become an even better artist. So the next step is to practice active reading and listening skills. Active listening is when you actively listen to something or read something. You might not actively listen to something that you don't enjoy. But if you enjoy films, for example, you will definitely develop your listening skills. So the final question is, should you take IELTS mock tests? Well, yes, you should take them, but you definitely need to analyze your mistakes and what you can do better next time.